Good day, and here we are in Warsaw, Poland. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be fighting through a factory complex. Once again, I think we're almost done. I think we will fight at the Reichstag in this particular game, although, in all reality, the Germans didn't really use that during the war, so it was more of a symbolic gesture than anything else. But one of the things that's somewhat interesting about just all the conflicts that we've seen throughout the 20th century is that they really don't change much. They kill a lot of people, but ultimately people are still doing the same idiotic crap they were back then. You know, and it makes you wonder, why is it that everyone wants to shoot everybody? I mean, in a video game it doesn't matter. It's just pixels and ones and zeros, but why in real life? And the thing is, it's like, what leads someone, be it a leader of a country or not, to want to declare war anyway? And like, what's the end goal? And like, and it's not like I'm naive. Like, why would anyone want to do that? I know why. It's one of those things of like, when you really look at it, you have to wonder why. It's like, what's the point? But you can see these people all over the news. You can see them, and I got my skull bashed in. You can see it all over the place, you know. And it's just, why? Why would you do this to someone? Why would you harm these people in such a way? It's like, I don't know. Because I myself, as I've mentioned in other videos, am not a violent person by any stretch of the imagination. I'll defend myself when needed, but, you know, I'm very much a live and let live kind of guy. And I'm one of those people that, like, even if you don't agree with me, I don't care. You know, I like disagreements. I like it when people don't necessarily see things the way I do, because it invites discussion, and we can, you know, discuss our differences and see if which opinion is appropriate. You know, that's cool. But it just seems like so many people these days don't like that. And you look on the internet, just how mean people can really be. It's like, and you know, if people are mean to them, they're like, "How dare you? That wasn't fair." It's like, it's just annoying. Okay, wait. Oh, I had to trigger them. Let's open door, comrades. Now, one thing that's kind of cool, though, is in World War II, a lot more troops than you'd think actually had the PPSH-41 versus the Mosin Nagant, which really did give them a firepower advantage. Now, the PPSH-41 here does not really have the range of a rifle, but for mid-range combat like this, it's really, really good. Especially with that drum mag, although I think towards the end of the war they stopped using that drum mag, because drum mags, by their very nature, are a bit finicky, especially compared to stick mags, and they take a really, really long time to load. Because you're stuffing in 70 rounds into a magazine. Now hopefully the frame rate will stabilize. We've got the frame rate a little better, but you always notice when we first start playing the game, it takes a little while to stabilize. I have no idea why. I guess because I'm running this thing on an RX 480. At least I was able to fix some of the hard drive issues, but you know, that's always going to be a problem here and there whenever you're doing like an old game. Medal of Honor Allied Assault ran like shit, even back in the day when I was using a really old graphics card in Windows XP. I know, but then again, that was my original copy of Medal of Honor. That was the one I had from back in 2000 and whatever it was. That was the one that I bought for $40 fucking. And now you can get Medal of Honor Allied Assault for like $1, if that. So this is an original copy of Kabadoobies, actually. I forget where I got this thing, to be perfectly honest. So I could probably have gotten one. Although Kabadoobies ain't cheap on Steam, I think it's still like $20. Activision's proud of their games. Even when they go on sale, they still ain't cheap. So it's like, I ain't buying it for more money. But yeah, you know, I haven't actually had a floppy drive in years. Also, Tiger 1 tank, really cool, but I'm not even sure how many would actually still be in existence as of 1945. Obviously, 1 or 2 had to still be in existence, because the Bovington Tank Museum has one that they restored, which is really cool. I'd love to go see the Bovington Tank Museum, because I think they even have an old Oh, I'm sorry, dude. And we're back. I was going to reload the save, but I don't actually have enough time in real time to do that, so yeah. We're just going to say, sorry, dude. Friendly fire happens. Ugh, I can't imagine in real life what that must feel like, though. I don't even want to imagine. Because you know that happens in real life. You say, oh, there's a guy, shoot him, and oh, that was your side. Yeah. And then you gotta live with that. That's why war is so bad. That's why people get so messed up with PTSD and things of that nature. And why I really hate it when people like to say that PTSD doesn't exist. I've actually had people tell me that it doesn't exist, and those people are assholes. And they should be pleased that they never have to deal with such things. But PTSD, ugh, that's one thing. That's, you know, it's kind of crazy though. That's a very modern day concept, PTSD. Before, you know, they didn't talk about it. It was just something, you know, and literally it would have just been they were weak people. You know, they couldn't stomach war, and people looked down upon them. You know, obviously not everyone would have looked down upon them, but it's just something to think about. You know, it's like you survive the war, but then you get to have flashbacks all the time. You get to have all sorts of issues all the time, and not only does no one care, they think you're weak for doing it. And I almost shot my own guy again! Ugh. But yeah, it's just, that's the reality of it, though. That is the reality. And like, even to this day, there'll be some people that's like, that's just, that doesn't really exist. Ugh. Those people, of course, never had to go to war. And once again, another reason why I ain't going. I ain't going. Unless it's absolutely necessary, I ain't going. Because I do not want to have to deal with all that emotional aftermath. Ugh. But anyway, enough real talk, as Jontron would say. Poor Jontron. I guess I can't stay away from the real talk today, can I? Poor Jontron having to deal with all the stuff. Because, like, he just said some political stuff, and now everyone thinks he's literally of the Satan. It's like, really? And it's not like other people haven't said things that are idiotic or controversial. Ugh. What is the world in which we're living in? The world in which we live in. But ultimately, that was Warsaw Factory. And I'm GeneralLotz, wishing you good Jontron, theoretically, or whatever makes you happy.